It's June. School is over. You are really hot and are running on the sand with only one destination, the sea. Perfect, you are in. The water just reaches your knees but doesn't really matter. The most important thing now is to be here. You relax, lay down, play that, but wait a minute, you felt something moving under you? Maybe it's just the current or some curious fish or something to worried about, like a shark? Why be so worried about it? I'm sure that most of our ancestors will ask you. They lived every single day with sharks, so they probably would put on their masks and risk a dive, fascinated by these creatures up to worship them as gods. Only in the last 50 years, this fear has taken its course and spread, even if many people do not know that, in reality, it is much more likely for a shark to be attacked by a man than the opposite. In fact, during our life, the probability of dying for a heart attack is 1 in 5, 1 in 7 for cancer, 1 in 84 for traffic accident, 1 in 13,000 for heart stroke, 1 in 79,000 for lightning, and 1 in 3 million for a shark's attack. Moreover, there are animals that are much more dangerous. For example, annually, statistically, and worldwide are recorded 15 deaths due to snakes, 18 to dogs, 13 to cows, and only 0.4 to sharks. Research is made by association in the field of shark fishing has provided very clear data. Around 100 million sharks die every year. And this is largely due to the trade in their fins, considered really precious. This practice, finning, involves cutting the fin while the animal is still alive, and then throw its body into the sea, destined to die asphyxiated due to its inability to move. The problem, which is felt especially in the Asian areas influenced by a food culture basically based on fish, does not touch all the rest of the population that, unnecessarily frightened by this animal, thought that their extinction could only do well, like the one of mosquitoes. And all this for a bowl of soup. This typical food, mostly in China and Vietnam, contributes directly to the killing of almost half of the sharks. Only a small part of this trade could be sustainably managed, and this is why a large part of international trade is uncontrollable or currently uncontrollable. To try to avoid the extinction of sharks, many nations, including the United States, have placed prohibition or restriction on the shark finning, and maybe a more accurate information in world population could certainly help the movements born in recent years to preserve them, and without hoping to solve the problem to its root, put some sticks to the cruel killing of this animal. So next time we enter the water, remember, we are the biggest fear.